Surabhi Agarwal, and welcome to the Economic Times. Today, I'm going to take you through the key provisions that were announced under the new intermediary guidelines, which the government notified on Thursday. The intermediary guidelines that have been notified by the Ministry of Electronics and IT not only cover the social media companies, but have also been expanded to cover online news platforms as well as over the top companies. Now, these are popularly known as video streaming platforms. Popular ones include Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Hotstar, etc. This new set of rules will have a wide-ranging impact on the operations of these companies in India, as well as how they organize information, as well as respond to government's request for content removal, as well as the queries and grievances from the users. Some of the key provisions, if I take you step by step, as far as social media companies are concerned, the biggest repercussion of these rules will be that they will have to respond to a government's notice for taking down content within 36 hours if it falls under the category of, say, national security, sovereignty, and integrity of the country, or any law and order situation. They will also have to take note of any user complaint within 24 hours and dispose it off within 15 days. Now, in case the content or complaint is related to, say, nudity or is sexual in some kind, then companies will be mandated to take it down within 24 hours. Now, that's a very strong measure that the government has put in place to ensure that these kind of complaints are addressed in a very timely and manner. Right. The other very important provision that has been introduced is that government is telling companies that in case there is a law and order situation in the country or any crime has been committed which warrants a sort of punishment which is over 5 years, then in that case you have to trace the message of where it originated from, who was the first originator of such kind of a message, and come back to us with details. Now, this is a very important point because if you remember, 2 years ago, the government and WhatsApp had a big tiff over this particular issue where the government was seeking traceability of its messages, and WhatsApp had just dug its heels in, saying that traceability on its platform will not be possible because the platform is end-to-end encrypted. So this problem will not just impact WhatsApp, but other instant messaging apps like Telegram and Signal, who also claim to be end-to-end encrypted. It will mean that these platforms will have to dilute their end-to-end encryption in some way if they have to trace messages as the government is asking them to. Now, if we move on to the other requirements under this law, government is also telling these companies that you have to have local offices in the country, have a set of nodal officers, grievance officers, compliance officers to ensure that the guidelines, the new rules are adhered to. I think what the government is trying to do here is that making these companies more and more responsible for the content and also for the operations in India. So what the government has done is that they have created two categories of social media companies. One is a social media company, and the other would be intermediary, and the other would be a significant social media intermediary, and that will be defined according to the number of users they have. So, for instance, if somebody say has a 5 million threshold in terms of the number of subscribers or users they have, they will be under the significant intermediary category. So they will have to have additional compliance burden because since they have such a huge user base in India, they need to have a local office, they need to have the set of officers. So all this will mean that platforms will have to do much more due diligence than they were doing earlier. They will have to respond to the government as well as users in a much more timely manner, as well as it will also mean that they will have to slightly change their operating models. For example, one of the clauses that have been introduced requires the companies to put in a mechanism to voluntarily verify the users. Now, where this is coming from is that store these messages on their servers, they go against the privacy of users and can be misused. So that's the argument that privacy experts are saying. They're also saying one of the biggest grouses against the government is that while the intermediary rules for social media companies have been in discussion since 2018, the rules which have been notified for digital news media have just come out of the blue, and there's been no consultation whatsoever with the stakeholders. Also, like with the OTT platforms, they have not done consultation on this particular draft, which with these provisions, that has sort of not been taken to the stakeholders. It's not been put in front of them to get their views, and it's just been notified suddenly. So the argument that the government is giving for digital news, for regulating digital news, is that they are saying that there needs to be a level playing field in that. They're saying that if you look at newspapers as well as say TV news channels, there is a certain code that they adhere to. There is a certain set of rules and regulations that they follow. But when it comes to digital news platforms, many of them who have cropped up recently, there is no sort of set of rules or regulations that they were following. There was no accountability or responsibility over the kind of content that was being posted on their platforms. So the government has tried to solve that level playing field by bringing them under the ambit of the same kind of rules and regulations. But the privacy activists and freedom of speech activists nevertheless have criticized the government on this front too. In the next few days, we'll have to watch out for company reactions. We'll have to see that what are they telling the government? How much are they willing to sort of adjust their business models in terms of adhering to these new set of regulations? Also, what we need to watch out is for that what kind of signal will it give to the globally? Because some of these clauses or some of these provisions that have been introduced by the government are something that have been globally debated, and India taking such a huge lead in this will also mean that some of the other countries may get the confidence to roll it out. And it will also mean that companies may just put up a very, very tough fight to make sure that it does not, in some way, they try to scuttle these regulations so that globally they don't have to also follow them.